Let's conduct the second settings. Well, every setting is set. Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michaela Santa. I am here with you accordance with titles. Yes, today we are roasting. Here, our honorable girls, Esperanza, Casteleiro, Liamazares, and now, who is Esperanza Casteleiro Liamazares? She is an women's to be director of Spanish Central Intelligence Agency. And today we are discussing in the topics of the illegal immigrants and here Sharia law for Spain. Okay. Now here we can see here is our discussions as the points. What is the relations between illegal immigrants crisis and Sharia law in Spain? That is the momentum at the points because here maximums of okay. Now let's coming to the points. Here we can see that it is the moments about the here is YouTube Israel and now sources is YouTube Israel and now what is the video? Stunning video show migrant crossing Spain's border with Morocco. And now and here is the moments. What is the news source? It is almost here CBS News, morning news. Okay. Now let's coming to the points at the moments. Well, and now here we can see what is the first transcript. Thousands of migrants hoping to get Europe have overwhelmed the borders between Morocco and Spanish territories in North Africa in just past 2 days. Okay. Now here it is the in July 31. And now officials say at least 18 people trying to make the crossings. Okay. Now let's check it the moments. Okay, what is the today's news? Okay, now here we can see. Here is today's news. Kyoto border crisis in lives. 1,000 breach Morocco's border of France. And now, oh my God! And now here we can see this points, and here we can notify. Well, and now. Viva, 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 no more, no more. And now here we can see this points. We have seen a smaller incidence of the past in 5 years ago was probably the biggest one. Over 10,000 people crosses over in a matters of days. Overwhelming security force in the Spanish side of the borders, and there are some indicators that this crossing could be a bigger is one of the two Spanish enclaves in North Africa. And now, here is the points to be noticed. Okay. Now let's check it the moments. Well, and here now let's check it. What is the roles of Esperanza Casteleiro? In that cases, here Esperanza Castelero's role was only to protect the Spanish borders in intelligence agencies' ways to protect borders against whom? The illegal Moroccans. And now she is failed. Okay. Now and now here we can see the points. What is our today's discussions? In that cases, our today's discussion is very significant. Here our today's discussion was here illegal Moroccan immigrants related with Sharia law in Spain. Okay. Now let's check at the moments. Now what's Esperanza Casteleiro are being almost what's the cases? 1 million. Now first of all, here we can see the points. What is the Gijon's populations? In that cases, Gizon population is almost 255,506 Spanish living in Gijón, the city of Spain. And now, let's check what is the plan of Esperanza Casteleiro. Here, Esperanza Casteleiro's plan was to bring almost 1 million more illegal Moroccan immigrants from Casablanca. Okay, where does moments? Casablanca, departure to be Casablanca, the capital city of Morocco, where arrival would be Gijón, the city of the Spain. Okay, and now, what is the topic of the Sharia laws? And in these cases, here we can see. Now here is a man's name Armancio Ortega. Well, he is a founder businessman of Zara. We know there's a Zara. What is the company of Zara? Zara is an fashion productions. Okay. Now here we could see there is the points to be noticed. It is saying Armanio Ortegas. And now what is the children of Armanio Ortegas? He contains here 2 daughters and 1 son. Okay. Now here is the moments. What's the cases in this points? First of all, here we can see it is the live stream about the geopolitics, and in these cases, what is the net worth of Armanio Ortega, the Spanish businessman's net worth? That is almost 148 billion United States dollars. It is almost 20 billion United States dollars more than Bill Gates' net worth. And now, here is the points. And now, on the other hand, Armanio Ortega's family contains here 3 children, where 2 are daughters and 1 is son. Now, let's check at the points. According with Surah Nisa, ayat number 11, what is the statements? Now, in these cases, according with the statement of Surah Nisa, ayat 11, it is clearly states here, we can see, 1 son is double as than 2 daughters in accordance with the inheritance. Well, that means here we can see the points. If there would be here 100 billion United States dollars, son deserve here inheritance of 50 billion United States dollars of net worth, and daughters, 2 daughters deserve, every of the 2 daughters deserve here 25 billion United States dollars. And now, in these cases, we know here Armanio Ortega's contains 2 daughters and 1 son. But according with Sharia law in Spain, here is the moment that is the great thunders at the points. Okay. Now let's check it. According with Sharia law in Spain, here we can see Sandra Ortega Mera content and 25 persons. Well, Marta Ortega Paris contains 25 persons, and Marcos Ortega Mera contains 50 persons. And now, here is the moment that is the significant points. Well, now let's check it. Here is my calculations. Now we can see this points. What is 147.2 can divided by 4 according with Islamic Sharia laws? Well, that is 36.8. And now what is 36.8 multiplied by 2? That would be here 73.6. That means here we could notify accordance with okay. Now let's check at the moments accordance with Islamic Sharia law in Spain. Sandra Sandra Ortega Mera deserve here 36.8 billion United States dollars from as an inheritance, and Maria Ortega Perez deserve here 36.8 billion United States dollars as an inheritance. On the other hand, Marco Ortega Mera deserve almost well 73.6 billion United States dollars as inheritance. That is the Islamic Sharia law in Spain, accordance with the wish of whom? Illegal Morocco's immigrants. The illegal Morocco's immigrants. And now, here is the moments, that is our points. Now, in these cases, now here is the points to be noticed, my lords. And now, let's check it. What's matter at the points? Okay, now here we can see this. Departure is Casablanca, Morocco, and arrival is Gisojon and the city of Spain. Both of the cities, following two cities in the one time zones. And now, in these cases, here is the moments. I upchat here almost 1 minute. Departure time. Now, what is the naval timings? What is the naval distance? That would be the significance. And now, naval distance is 35,202.4 nautical miles. And now, here is the questions that what is the matters of the nautical miles, as we could see. But now, here, first of all, let me check that what is the meaning of 35,202.4 nautical miles. And now, here we can see the points. Let's check it. Here, 35,202.4 nautical miles means here 65,194 kilometers, 844 meters, 800 millimeters. As a round figure that we can state, that would be here 66,000 kilometers. And now, let's check at the moments. Here is the significance, as we can see what's going on. Okay. And now, in these cases at the moments, there is a significant point, so we could notify that can be done answers. Okay. Now here we can see what is 66 multiplied by 4. That is here 264. And now in this cases here we could see the velocity would be here almost the velocity of Spanish cargo ships velocity would be here 264,000 kilometer per second. And now when it would be 264,000 kilometer per second, but naval distance is 66,000 kilometers. Then what is the meaning of that? Here is the simple points. Here the meaning of that is here travel timing is 0.25 seconds. And now that is the moment that what is the meaning of 0.25 seconds? Here we can see departure time would be morning 6 o'clock, August 1st, 2026, and arrival time would be morning 6 o'clock, 0.25 seconds past, August 1st, 2026. And now, here we can see the spots, that is their significant moments, and here that is here what we want to know. And now, in this cases, now here velocity we have discussed, and here travel times we have discussed. Now we can see the points. When Esperanza Casteleiro is the woman to be director of uh, Spanish Central Intelligence Agency, I mean Spanish National Intelligence Centers. Here is the moment that what is the problems for the Spanish sovereignty when we are talking about Sharia law in Spain. And now here we can see that is the significant matters as we could see. Well, Sharia law now what now first of all here we can see the points of what is the Jara's company's functions. Well, Jara company's function is just in luxury products and like luxury t-shirt, luxury trousers, and here luxury pants. As we could go to office, and now as the when the customer would be Muslim, Jara company can provide here luxury hijab and luxury niqabs. Okay, now let's check the ones. Now here we can see this. Now what is the difference between secular Christian law versus their Islamic Sharia law in Spain? Now and now in these cases I would discuss that what is the difference between feminism versus misogyny. And now here we can see, well, if there would be a man to be a director of Spanish National Intelligence Centers, then what would be the points? And here we can see it can be contest probability that none of illegal Morocco's immigrant cannot be entered into the Spanish borders. And now, but in what is in reality? In the reality is that here Spanish borders has been captured by whom? Spanish borders has been captured by the Islamic illegal Moroccan immigrants. And now that is here significant points to be concerned. But why it could happen? It could happen only because here Spanish National Intelligence Centers contains and director to be women, where the following women is Esperanza Casteleiro. Okay, Esperanza Casteleiro, Liamazares. And now, in these cases, what would be the points? In the when the Sharia law would be established on Spain, what is the points to be notable? And in these cases, before Sharia law, what was the matters? Okay. Now here I would go to the following moments. Well, before Sharia, okay. Well. In that cases, here before Sharia law, here that was the momentums Marcos Ortega could contain here the inheritance of 147.2 billion United States dollars as an inheritance from father's net worth. But now here we could see that is the moments what's going on. In that cases here, but now accordance with Islamic Sharia law, here we could see the Santa Ortages Mera would contains inheritance as an 36.8 billion United States dollars. Well, Maria Ortega's contains here almost 36.8 billion United States dollars, and Marcos Ortega would contains almost 73.6 billion United States dollars. And now, in these cases, where is Amancio Ortega's birthplace? Here birthplace is Leon province of the Spain. And what is the near to the Leon province of the Spain? That is here, well, Gizon. And now, in these cases, Gizon's contains the population to be 255,506 Spanish. As a round figure, that would be 256,000 Spanish. And now, let's check it the moments. What is here? What is the parts of population? Okay. Now let's check it the moments. Population of Morocco. Now, okay. Now, what is the Moroccan population? That means 37.7 millions. And now, let's check the moments. And here we can see. In these cases, accordance with worldometers, Moroccan population is 38.800. I apologize. 38,818,108 Moroccans is the population of the Morocco. As a round figure, that would be 38.9 millions of populations. And now, here we can see. Let's get the points at the moment. Well, and now here we can see the points. Esperanza Casteleiro records submits forwards to carry here 1 million illegal Moroccans immigrants from where? From Morocco to Casablanca, the capital city of Morocco, to Gijón, the city of Spain. Now, what is the points? In these cases, when the immigration's arrival would be successful, then what would be that points? In that points, here we can see the moments. 256,000 Spanish would be in Gijón, the city of Spain. But in the same city, here would be 1 million Moroccan immigrants. And now, how? Accordance with the Gijón city, what is the referendums? Accordance with the referendums, here we can see the Sharia law would be established on the Gijón cities, as the Sharia law would be established. And that is the significant dangerous points. And now, when we could see the moments, here is in probabilities that Amancio Ortega, the businessman of Zara company, fashion companies, with the net worth of 147.2 billion United States dollars, would be distributed to 2 daughters and 1 son accordance with Islamic Sharia law in lieu of your what? In lieu of your Spanish Christian law or Spanish secular law. And that is the significant dangerous moments as to be concerned. Okay. And now let's check at the moments. And now, and in these points, what is Esperanza's Castelero's following plans? The plan was here. They can carry here almost Spanish international submarine to carry almost 1 submarine in accordance with 400 illegal Moroccan immigrants. Now, 1 Spanish international submarine can carry 400 illegal Moroccan immigrants with the naval timing to be 0.25 seconds and naval velocity to be 264,000 kilometers per second. Hence, now in these cases, what would be here the significant points? Okay, now I want to receive an breath, and now let's check at the moments. And here we can see less contains almost 1 million. 1 million. What is 1 million? That is here 10 to the power 6. That can be divided by 400. Well, it would be almost 2500 Spanish anti-national submarines to carry 1 million illegal Moroccan immigrants from Casablanca, the capital city of Morocco, to where Gijon, the city of Spain, where Gijon, the city of Spain, would contain almost 40,000. Where Gijon, the city of Spain, would contain their population to be 256,000 Spanish, and that is the significant point that to be concerned. And now, in these cases, well, Sharia as a referendum topic was if Sharia law would be established in Gizan city. Now, here we can see the response. Well, 1 million illegal Moroccan immigrants would vote for affirmatives, and 256,000 Spanish citizens would vote for negatives. And now, in these cases, when 1 million is more than 256,000, and in these cases, here as in probability it says, decision would be propositive for whom? The Sharia law for Spain. And now, that is the significant dangerous point. Why that is significant dangerous point? Because here, in these cases, Amancio Ortegas would contain here no way to accept the Sharia law. Hence, that Shatra Ordeza and Maria Ordeza, both of them can receive here 73.6 billion United States dollars, where neither Shatra Ordeza contains a fashion sense nor Maria Ordeza contains a fashion sense. Only here Marcos Ortega contains a fashion sense, but still the daughters without a fashion sense contains the inheritance of their 25% of the father's net worth, where father's net worth is from the Zara luxury fashion company. And now, that is here significant threat for whom? That is the significant threat for Zara fashions. Okay, and now let's check the points, and here we could see what would be the significant moments as to be notified. Here I could see the points. Okay, 35. Now let's get the moments. Here, 3,500 Spanish anti-national submarine can carry here 1 million illegal Moroccan immigrants from Casablanca, the capital city of Morocco, to Gijon, the city of Spain, under the command of Esperanza, Casteleiro, Liamazares. Yes, Liamazares. And now, in these cases, here, what would be the kinetic powers? And in these cases, the kinetic powers would be the significant moments. And here, what is the kinetic powers? That is the dangerous points. Here, kinetic powers is almost calculated at Albert Einsteinian kinetic powers methods. And now, let's check it. Here, now we can see the points. Well. Uh, what is 264 can be divided by 300? That would be almost 0.88. That means, well, Esperanza's, that means it is the moment Esperanza's Casteleiro Spanish international submarines velocity is 88% velocity of light, only in the purpose to bring 1 million illegal Moroccan immigrants from Casablanca, the capital city of Morocco, to Spain, Gijón, the city of Spain, and where in the nearest cities, Amancio Ortega, the Spanish richest businessman, is in exist. And now let's take at the moments what's going on. In these cases, here now here 60, where the velocity is 88% velocity of light, we know here kinetic energy would be applied as an Albert Einsteinian kinetic energy method. Hence, what is the value of lambda subtracted by 1? That is here significant discussions at the moment. Okay, first of all, here we can see that is the points to be noticed. What's going on? 0.88 can be squared, that would be 0.7744. And now, in this cases, let's check it. What is the value of lambda? That would be 1 divided by square root of apple guys, 1 divided by bracket of square root of 1 subtract by 0.7744 enter times bracket close, and that is the value of lambdas. My other eye. Now here we can see at the moments 1 subtract by 0.7744. Okay, and now yes, here value of lambda is 2.1053798 but that is the value of lambda. Hence, now here we can check at the points what is the value of lambda subtract by 1s. In these cases, the value of lambda subtract by 1s is, that is almost 1.1053798. Okay. Now here we can see. Well, now let's check at the moments. Here is the beautiful terms, and we could see this points. 1 point, and now here we can calculate the value of lambda subtract by 1s, but we do not know that what is the statistic energies. Okay. Now here we can see the points. One Spanish international submarines can contain the weight of 34 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 kilograms. And now what about here 2500 Spanish international submarines weights? 2500 international submarines weights, Spanish submarines weight is almost 85 multiplied by 10 to the power 9 kilograms. Okay. Now let's check at the ones. What is your 85 multiplied by 10 to the power 9? That can be multiplied by 9 multiplied by 10 to the power 16. And here is the significant points to be noticed. Well, that is here we can see the points. That would be here 7.65 multiplied by 10 to the power 27 joules. Okay. Now, what is 9 multiplied by 10 to the power 16? That is your meter square per second square would be the velocity is of light square, because the velocity of light is 300,000 kilometer per seconds. That means 3 multiplied by 10 to the power 8 meter per seconds. And now in this case is at the moment, here is the significant charge. Here what is here 7.65 multiplied by 10 to the power 27 joules, that is 765 multiplied by 10 to the power 25 joules. Okay. And now here we can see the points. Now here that is the calculation of statistic energy of 2500 Spanish international submarines. Now in this cases, here is the points. What is your Spanish international submarines kinetic energy? That would be the questionables. Okay. Now in this cases, here we can see the points. 765 multiplied by 10 to the power 25. Now in this case 765 multiplied by 10 to the power 25, that can be multiplied by words, that can be multiplied by 1 point, okay, 10537,981. And now what is the meaning of that? Here we can see as a round figure, that would be here, and that would be here 8.457 multiplied by 10 to the power 27 joules as a kinetic energy. Now here we can see the points. What is the kinetic powers? In this case that would be here 8.457 multiplied by 10 to the power 27 joule can be divided by 0.25 seconds. But wait a moment, what is 1 divided by 0.25 seconds? That is the 4 second inverse 1. Hence the calculation is 8.45 multiplied by 10 to the power 27 joules can be multiplied by 4. And here we can see that would be here 33.828 multiplied by 10 to the power 27 watts. And now in these cases at the moments, that is your dangerous points to be noticed. Okay. And now let's check at the moment. Here kinetic powers has been calculated. And now let's check at the points to be noticed first. Well, now what is your travel distance? In this cases, what is the calculated travel distance? In this case we can see the calculated travel distance. Here we can see the fuel would be here cargo ship oils as a chosen by whom? As a chosen by our honorable beautiful girls to be Esperanza Casteleiro, to be the women, to be director of Spanish National Intelligence Centers. And now that is here significant dangerous points, and that can be here unnoticeable moments. And now in these cases, here is the significant points that can be here dangerous momentums, and we could notify. Well, now we can see, we know here a specific heat of cargo ship oils is 2000, and temperature difference would be here 50 degrees Celsius, and here density of cargo ship oil is 1.01 kilogram per liters. And now here is the moments. And on the other hand, here kinetic energy is 8.457 multiplied by 10 to the power 27 joules. Okay, 8.457 multiplied by 10 to the power 27 joules. Now in these cases, on the other hand, so here cargo ship oils, what is the points of cargo ship oils? In this cases, cargo ship oils cost is here 1 United States dollars per 1 liters of cargo ship oils. And now let's check at the moments. What is the meaning of that? In that cases, here is the significant terms. Well. Now here we can see 8.57 multiplied by 10 to the power 10 to 7 joule can be divided by bracket of 2000 joule per kilogram per Kelvin as a specific heat of cargo ship oils multiplied by 50 degrees Celsius as a temperature difference multiplied by 1.01 kilograms per liters as a density of cargo ship oils. And now here is the moments. What is the meaning of that? That is almost 84.9 multiplied by 10 to the power 21 liters of cargo ship oils. Now in these cases, here is my points that what is here the meaning of 21, that is here 6 sum by 15. That means it is the clear cut at the points here 80 here expenditure on the cargo ship oils of Spanish international submarine to carry 1 million here illegal Moroccan immigrants would be about what? That would be here 84.9 million quadrillion United States dollars. And now here we can see the points. What is your 10 to the power 21? That is your 1 million quadrillions. Okay? But now here is in catch. And the catch is here that is the dangerous points. Well, now we can see what is the trouble terms. Here we can see in 43 minutes here discussion was about what is the discussion that would be here. Well, here is the discussion where discussion would be in the proposition of words. That would be 47. That is the national sovereignty. It is defensive sovereignty. But now, here is the points about the economical sovereignty. Well, in the purpose to establish Sharia law in Spain, here we can see 84.9 million quadrillions United States dollars can be spent to bring 1 million illegal immigrants Morocco to establish Sharia law in Spain. But now, here we can see that is the significant points. Here is the dangerous moments. What is? Well, here is the calculation at the points to be noticed. What is Spanish gross domestic? Okay. What is Spanish gross domestic products in 2026? Well, in United States dollars, that would be here. Recently, according with the recent calculation, that would be here 2.05 trillion United States dollars. But in these cases, Esperanza, Casteleiro, Liamazares is spending here 84.9 million quadrillions United States dollars only to bring illegal Morocco immigrants to where? To here, Gijon, the city of Spain, to establish Sharia law in Gijon, the city of Spain. When what is the travel distance? Here we can see The travel distance would be here 35,202.4 nautical miles, and the velocity would be 264,000 kilometer per second. And now, in these cases, that is their significant moments in the travel timing of 0.25 seconds. And now, here we can see this moments, that is the significant notifications at some points that can be concerned. Forwards, here notification is that here 2.04, so in this cases, okay, now here I will take a breath. Now in this points, 2.5, I mean 0.25 seconds, here what is the calculations of what is the meaning of 85.9 million quadrillion United States dollars when the Spanish gross domestic product is 2.05 trillion United States dollars. Now here we can see the points. Well, what is 1 million quadrillions divided by 1 trillion? That would be here 10 to the power 9. And now, in these cases, here is the points that would be notified. Well, here is the significant calculations. And now, okay. Now, in this cases, the points, well, 84.9 multiplied by 10 to the power 9, that can be divided by words, that can be divided by 2.05. Now let's check it. What's the moments? That would be here. Well, 41 billions 414 millions 634,147 times. That means here we can see, here is the significant jobs as we could notify. Esperanza, Casteleiro, Liamazares, the women to be here as Director of Spanish National Intelligence Centers is the dedicated to destroy Spanish gross domestic products with here 41 billions 440 millions 634,147 times. She want to destroy to in only the purpose to carry here 1 million illegal Moroccan immigrants to arrive in Gijon, the city of Spain, to establish the Sharia law in Gijon, the city of Spain. And in these cases, here is the moments when she would be successful. Then what would be the matters? That would be a dangerous point. In that cases, well, Sandra Ortega and Maria Ortega, without any fashion sense, can get here inheritance of 73.6 billion United States dollars, where they are completely fashion senseless. They contest no fashion sense. Now, why we are discussing about the fashions? Here is just because in these cases, it as the probability just in the cost here, Zara company is a fashionable companies where we contest their luxury t-shirt and luxury pants, and here luxury scissors and luxury sneakers, as we are a Muslim customers of Zara fashion companies. And now In these cases, now here is the moments. Now, net worth has been distributed about the Islamic Sharia law accordance with the wish of 1 million illegal immigrants in I mean 1 million illegal Moroccans immigrants. And now that is here dangerous points to be notified. Okay. Now in these cases here is the points about the Sharia law. Okay, now here we can see. I think here we can see these points that can be here discussable. Okay. Now here we have discussed about the net worth of the father to be Amancio Ortega's families. And now let's take at the moments. Well, what would be the fashion companies? Okay. Now here we can see the points. Now, and here we can see the momentums at the point. He is a Spanish billionaire businessman. Well, indicates designer textiles. And here we can see the Zara's. Okay. Here is Zara Fashion Retails. Well, and now let's check at the moments. What's going on? Now, first of all, here we can see Zara Fashion Retail. Hell, my Adonai. Retail online. I do not know if Zara Fashion Retail online would be possible or not. We contains no idea. Okay. Well, here we can see the sponsor Zara Israel, England and men's. And now here we can see well. Here we could notify at the points to be noticed. I think it would be the significant fashionable problematics. Okay. Now I don't know what's here. I want to just search a cost. Okay. Now here we can see the points and now let's check it at the moments. Here we could notice well. Here you can see we can continue in Israel. Okay. It is almost 129 Israeli shekels. Okay. And now I think eye contents and back problems just because of their momentums. Well, and now here I would contents as seeds. Well. And now, oh my god, nice. And here we can see the points. And now let's check at the moments. And here we could notify. Well, here following palazzo trousers, it would require almost words. It is your if model height is if your height is 174 centimeters. I mean almost 6 feet, and here you require this with the cost of 129.9 Israeli shekels. And now, in this cases at the moment, well, and now here we can see these points to be noticed. And now this is the moments is Rai, Lei, shekel to United States dollars. And now here is the points to be noticed. 129.9 new Israeli shekels. That is here 43.2 United States dollars. And now in this case is the moments and now here is the points that is here well, accordance with Sharia law. Well, when we are talking about the Sharia laws, well, 43.2 can be divided by 4. That would be 10.8. Now, United States dollars. Now, here we can see the points for one close of 129.9 is new Israeli shekels. Well, from one close, here we could see Sandra Orteja can contains here 10.8 United States dollars, and here Maria Orteja can contains here 10.8 United States dollars. Well, on the other hand, what is the fortune for as an inheritance for Marcos Orteja? That would be 21.6 United States dollars. Okay. For the sale of here one dress with the cost of 129.9 well United Israeli shekels. Okay. And now in this purpose, here was a moment. Well, what is the purpose of that? In this purpose, here we can see, well, in the travel of 35,202.4 nautical miles, here Esperanza, Casteleiro, Liamazares brings brought is planning to bring here 1 million illegal Moroccan immigrants from Casablanca, the capital city of Morocco, to Gijón, the city of Spain, only to establish the successful referendum of Sharia law in Gijón, the city of Spain. And now, that is the very dangerous moment. Okay. I hope the Gijón city, what is the Gijón city? Here, Gijón city would be the city of Leon province, I hope, at the points. Okay. And now let's check at the moments. Here we can see that is the significant terms and here we contains our opinions at the points. Well. Now here is women clothes. Now we can see the points. Here is the premier few premier clothes at we can see. Well, now here is the moments. Well, and now it is the points to be noticed. Satin halter jumpsuit, satin halter jumpsuit. Here the cost is 299 new Israeli shekels. And now what is the meaning of that? Okay, now here we can see. Well, and now it would be 299 new Israeli shekels. That would be here 99.45 United States dollars. And now in these cases What is 99.45 United States dollars can be divided by 4, and now it is the significant points that would be here 24.8625. Okay. Now in this cases, now here we can see what is the significant points at the moment. Okay. Now in this cases, here is the journeys that can be dangerous. Well, Sandra Ortega, the daughter of Amancio Ortega, can contains almost 24.8625 United States dollars from one clothes to be cost of 299 new Israeli shekels, where Maria Ortega's contains the inheritance cost would be 24.8625 United States dollars from one coat with the cost one dress with the cost of 299 new Israeli shekels. And now, on the other hand, Marcos Ortega's can get an what is here Marcos Ortega's inheritance, that would be 49.725 United States dollars from one clothes here with the cost of 299 new Israeli shekels. Okay, and now here is the moments that is the significant points. And now in this cases, here is the purpose that why it is the purpose that here Esperanza Casteleiro want to establish Sharia law in Gijon city of Spain. Hence, she want to destroy here entire Spanish gross domestic products with here what is the cost that would be here here cost would be she want to destroy the entire Spanish gross domestic product in 41 billions 440 millions 634,000 here 147 tons to bring here 1 million illegal Moroccans immigrants from Casablanca, Morocco's capital city, to Gijon, the city of Spain. That is the her significant plans that can be notified. And now, in these cases, that is here a significant dangerous point. So, and here we are being the concerned at some moment of at the points to be noticed. Well, and here we can see this cases, and here is the only reason that why Esperanza Casteleiro Liamazares is the woman to be director of Spanish National Intelligence Centers. Okay, and now here you can see. Now it is for women. Now let's check at the points. Well. So now here is for men. Okay. I think. Oh my goodness! Here nothing is premiums. I think we have to go to women bags. Okay. Well. Yes, we can see the points. Oh my God, nice. Okay. Now in this cases, the moments here, flare fade jeans here is the cost of 259 Israeli shekels. Okay, I think so. Here we can see the points. Now, well, we can see this moments. Yeah, yes, here we can see. It is my favorite shirts. Okay, here cost is 259,000 Israeli shekels. Okay, now what is the meaning of 259 Israeli shekels at this points? That would be here. We can see this moments here. We can see that. Well. That is almost 86.14 United States dollars. Okay. And now here is my questions that what is the meaning of 86.14 United States dollars can be divided by 4. Now in this cases that would be here 21.535 United States dollars. On the other hand, well, 86.14 can be divided by words 2. That would be here 43.07 United States dollars. That means, well, from one pants with the cost of 259 new Israeli shekels. Here is the moment. So now we are going to the inheritance as a cost of one dress, and here we can see what is the share of Santa Orteja as an Islamic Sharia law. That would be here 21.535 United States dollars. Maria Orteres deserve here 21.535 United States dollars. On the other hand, Marcos Orteres receive an inheritance of 43.07 United States dollars. And now here is the moments. That is the points to be significant terms. And here we can see it is the cause of effects of Islamic Sharia law in Gijon, the city of Lisbon province of Spain. And now, what if there would be here Christian secular law in Spain? What would be that points? Here we go. Now here Santa Orteres does not contain any fashion sense, and on the other hand, Maya Orteres does not contain any fashion sense. But Marcos Orteres contains a fashion sense, significant fashion sense. And here we could see Marcos Orteres deserve inheritance to be here 86.14 United States dollars from one dress with the cost of 259 Israeli shekels. But here we can see accordance with the plan of Esperanza Casteleiro, the women to be directors of Spanish National Intelligence Centers. Here we can see now here is the unfortunates here. Both of Santa Orteres and Maria Orteres, the fashion senseless daughters, would receive the points of fashion senseless. She would receive her inheritance from her father Amancio Orteres. And now that is their significant points, that is their dangerous moments. And now we can say now here is the meaning of the fashion senseless, and in the course here is the points Esperanza, Casteleiro, Liamazares is destroying entire Spanish gross domestic products with the cost in the cost of here in what of the cost she is destroying the entire Spanish gross domestic products in 41,450,000,000 tons only to bring here 1 million illegal Moroccan immigrants to establish Sharia law in Gizans. And now that is the significant points that is here being to be concerning at the moment. And now in this cases here is the first dangerous points to be noticed. Okay. And now in this cases at the points, now let's take at the moments. What was the there? Here we can see we contains man's. Okay. Now let's take it about the man's shoes. Okay. Now in the cases we could see the points. Yes, here man's shoes, the casual leather loafers. Here you can see a man's shoes cost here 329 Israeli shekels. Okay. Now here you can see the points. In these cases, there is the significant terms that cost here 329 Israeli shekels. Okay. Now let's take the what is the meaning of 329 Israeli shekels. That would be here 109.43 United States dollars. Okay. Now in these cases, from one couple shoes with the cost of 329 Israeli shekels, we can see what is the meaning of the 109.43 United States dollars. That is the significant matters at the moment. Okay. 109.43 can be divided by 4. That would be here 27.3575 United States dollars. Now, what is the meaning of 27.3575 United States dollars? That can cost here 54.715 United States dollars. And now in these cases the moments, here is the points of now we can say in Spanish Christian law, Marcos Ostares inheritance is here 109.43 United States dollars from one Israeli shoes from Zara fashion companies. But according with Islamic Sharia laws, inheritance Sharia laws, here we can see the spouse Sandra Ostares can receive here 27.3575 United States dollars as an inheritance from one Israeli shoes from Zara fashion companies. On the other hand, Maria's Ostares can receive here 27.3575 United States dollars from one shoes as an inheritance cost to Maria Ostares' fathers. And now, in these cases, here Marcos Ostares can get here 54.715 United States dollars as an inheritance of Israeli shoes from Jara fashions. And now, here is the moment that is here. It is the significant dangerous times, and now when the curtains is to be dangerous moments that can cost almost we could see here 54.715 United States dollars. Hertz. That is the purpose that why Esperanza Casteleiro is destroying the entire Spanish gross domestic products within 41 billion 415 million time to bring here 1 million illegal Moroccan immigrants from whom here from here Casablanca, the Moroccan capital city, to Gizan, the city of Spain. Only the cost to establish here Sharia law in Gizan, the city of Spain, with the referendums. And now that is here the dangerous cases, as we could notify at the points. Here is the Sharia laws discussions in Spain. And now when here illegal immigrants crisis is in the peaks, that why our honorable Esperanza Casteleiro is in the lives is in the Statue of Liberties. And now that is here problematic, as we could see. Okay, now see you then. Khudafiz, love you. And now here we can see, here I am searching if I could found here any airlines chief executive officers or the automobile chief executive officers, and I would mention you that. Okay. Now in here is the significant problems we could find it. Okay.